Hello and welcome back to Fanteam Focus. My name is Rhys, and coming up on today's show, I'm going to be talking you through my €12,500 weekly monster team for Gameweek 7. If you do like the video at any point, please hit the like button, subscribe if you are new, and let me show you my team. So we'll start off with the defence and the goalkeeper. I've gone for a couple of Brighton players. So we've got Sanchez and Veltman. They are quite a good defence. I speak about it a lot, and even though the bookies only have them down at 29% chance to get a clean sheet this week, I just think that Arsenal attack is usually quite toothless. I mean, last week we saw them dispatch Spurs, I think it was, without a problem, but generally they're not the kind of team that really rolls teams over or puts them to the sword. So I can see that being a low scoring game, and I can see a Brighton clean sheet in that game as well. So I've gone for Veltman, who can play in that attacking wing back role. We saw him get an assist last week. Alonso. What can we say about Alonso that hasn't already been said? I think he's like £10.5 million this week in Game Week 7 in the Monster, which is very, very expensive. Obviously, all the Chelsea players are so expensive this week. You have to pick them though, right? Lukaku, we'll see later, is obviously in my team. I've gone for Alonso captain. He came off at half-time in midweek. Listen, the bookies have Chelsea at 52% odds on to get the clean sheet. That's the highest of any team in the league this week. You've got to go for a Chelsea defender, and where else can you go, right? You could go for maybe one of the centre-backs, because they usually play 3 centre-backs. But you've got to go for one of the attacking wing-backs, right? Will Chilwell come in? Listen, we don't know, but the good news is we'll know before the deadline, right, for the weekly monster. I think this game kicks off at 3 o'clock, and the deadline for the monster isn't until 3, so you can chop and change it. I've gone for Matty Cash then against Tottenham. Listen, Tottenham have been terrible. All their numbers are so bad. Kane isn't getting any shots, which means Tottenham's expected goals are just so poor. They're like bottom 3 in the league or something for expected goals. Matty Cash is playing so far forward as well for Aston Villa in that 5-3-2 formation or whatever it is they're playing, along with Taylor on the other side. I just think Cash gets more minutes than Taylor, right? We've seen it so far this season. His expected minutes for me are slightly higher. And Semedo's very similar reasoning, right? They're playing with a 5 at the back formation with the 2 wing backs that are playing very high. The bookies have got them at 43% chance of a clean sheet this week. So Semedo is quite pricey, and so is Marçal. Cash, a little bit cheaper. You can save some cash if you go for Cash, right? Okay, moving on to the midfield next. I was surprised to see St. Maximin come in at such a cheap price. 6.7 million, which I'm definitely having a bit of that against Wolves, although I have got one Wolves defender. Havertz as well makes part of my Chelsea triple up. Again, I've already told you Lukaku's up front, so there's no point in me teasing that too much. I would consider giving Havertz the captaincy. You know, I'm trying to get a little bit of a feel of how to play these monster games. I think you need to go a little bit left field with your captaincy, if not maybe some of your picks. Rafinha then, he's so expensive this week in the monster, 11.9 million, but you know he's going to do bits for Leeds, right, against Watford. If anyone's doing bits in that team, there's talk of Bamford being back. Again, he's very expensive as well this week, 11.9, but you're paying for those chances of goal involvements, right? And Rafinha and Bamford, everything's going to go through those two, surely. You've got Mbeumo then at 6.6 million, out of position, playing up front basically for Brentford. They're a decent team. West Ham have shown that they're quite a leaky defence at the moment, so I fancy him to maybe do some bits, and it's a very nice price at 6.6 million as well. Barnes and Lukaku. Okay, so the bookies have Chelsea at 39% to score over 2.5 goals. Again, the highest of any team in the league this season. Burnley come about 6th on that same metric, with the bookies 20% chance to score 2.5 plus goals. They're playing against Norwich though, so surely to God, Barnes or Vidra either could play in that position for me. And again, it's dependent on the team lineups just before the deadline. And Lukaku, why not put Lukaku as your captain? Obviously, he's got a huge chance of scoring. 50% odds on to score this week with the bookies. That means he's more likely to score than not score, right? So surely he's a good captaincy shout. I'm on Alonso. I also think Havertz is good as well. Again, check the team sheet maybe Havertz won't play 90 minutes, so maybe he's the worst of the three. So that's my team. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is it terrible? Is it really good? Do you think I'm going to win some cash? Do you think I haven't taken enough risks maybe? I'm still trying to learn the game, but listen, I built this team with bookies odds in mind. I think it's got a really good chance of scoring some points, right? Thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you are new. And we'll see you on Saturday for the live stream. Peace.